All right, welcome back to the S&J Sports Talk Show. My man Jonathan, how you doing? You doing all right, man?
Doing good, dude.
Man, we made it through the holidays. It's the first episode of 2022, man. How you feeling?
Hey, I'm feeling great. Feeling
That's
great.
good. That's
How you
good.
feeling?
I'm good, man. We got some sports talk to talk about.
Yeah.
It's been a little while. We've been trying to get our setup together and all of that, and we have some small difficulties that we still working out, smoothing out, but we still wanted to get this content to you all. We got a lot of stuff today, man. A lot of people have been talking in the media about Antonio Brown's situation. That's been a big one. The NBA starting to talk about the all-star teams in the West and the East. Kyrie Irving came back. That's a big situation right there. So we got some stuff to get into today. But before we even start, how about you let them know what the Instagram is, let them know how they can follow us and where they can get us at.
You can find us at S&J Sports Talk on Instagram. And, just follow us. We keep you updated about the content we posting and stuff right now.
Definitely.
So,
Definitely. S&J Sports Talk on Instagram, right?
Yep.
All right. And then coming soon, we'll also be posting the videos on Spotify. We're going to get a Spotify channel as well. We're working that out right now. Hopefully y'all can, just bear with us as we keep going. We're on episode 6 of the first season. And before we get into the sports talk, let's talk a little bit about the host, Jonathan. I got some trivia questions for you, or more like, get to know you type of questions. So we're not going to be testing your knowledge. We're going to be just letting everyone know a little bit more about who Jonathan is. So several questions we got for you. First question, my brother. What is your favorite food meal to eat?
Favorite food?
Everybody likes talking about food. Favorite food meal. I mean, it's your birthday. Someone's about to just say whatever meal you want you can have. What meal is that?
I don't know.
You don't know that one at all?
I'm pretty chill,
Okay, you're a pizza guy, burger guy,
Like
burger and fries.
Whatever they make is cool.
Whatever they make. So you wouldn't tell somebody like, oh, I don't like that. Whatever they make, if they make it in love, it's good.
Nah. I probably go to like some pizza or something like that.
Pizza, okay, pizza. That's always a good one.
It's a classic, right?
That's a classic.
Yeah.
A particular place?
Nah.
Okay. All right. Next question for you. If you were stuck on an island and you could only bring 2 things with you on that island, what 2 things would you bring with you? You're going to be stuck on an island all day, just for one day, and you can only bring 2 things. What 2 things would you bring?
I'm bringing my phone.
Bring your phone and your charger. And don't play. You can't use the charger on the island.
Bring my portable charger.
Portable charger.
I'm bringing my phone and I'll bring my JBL speaker.
JBL speaker, so you can have some good music jamming
all day.
And then be out there in nature, huh? All right, last question for you. What is, or do you have a favorite book? A favorite book to read, or favorite book that you've read before?
I don't have a favorite book.
No favorite book?
Yep.
Okay. No problem. How about, let me ask this. Do you have a favorite video game?
Video game? Yeah, I'm into 2K and Madden.
2K and Madden?
Yeah.
Okay. 2K.
If I had to choose over one, it'd probably be 2K.
2K?
2K, definitely.
All right. There we go. Well, there we have it.
Yeah.
Let's get into some sports talk. What's on the agenda? What's on the, what are we talking?
Antonio Brown.
Antonio Brown. Oh man, let them know what happened with Antonio Brown. For those of you who don't know, what happened with Antonio Brown? What went down last Sunday?
He basically he quit mid-game. That's basically it. But
yeah,
he took off his shoulder pads, took off his jersey, threw it in the stands mid-game.
Right.
He just left.
Right. Yeah. Antonio Brown plays for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and the video I just saw him taking off his jersey, throw it in the crowd, and then he ran across the field, raving at the crowd. And were they playing on their home field, or was it they were away? Right?
Yeah.
They were away in New York, so that was real interesting. And what happened right after the game was the Tampa Bay Buccaneers coach came out and said he's no longer a member. He's no longer a Buck. He's no longer a member of the Buccaneers team, and that kind of surprised people. I know I was like, I don't think shocked. He can do that. Yeah, because what they said was, what the media was reporting was that the team has not even heard from him yet. So I'm like, well, what if this man had a mental health breakdown? What if he was about to get in a fight with someone and he's like, it's better for me to leave? What, you don't know what the situation is. How can you say he's no longer on the team? That's my first thoughts thinking. My second thoughts was they were talking about his mental health, and I'm like, well, they kind of knew he had some issues before they signed him, and they still signed him because they felt he would help them win. So I don't know. I didn't like the way they put it out there, but now there's some new developing news happening with the Antonio Brown situation. What's your thoughts on everything?
Yeah. That's crazy.
It is, man.
Like I said, I would agree with you. Like, at least talk to him before, making a move like that.
Right.
It's kind of interesting,
Right.
Because he could have been right,
Yeah.
Like, what his decision was,
Right.
And it could have been better for the team.
Right. So, and my personal opinion is everybody has a right to quit a job or walk away from a job whenever they want.
Leave a situation.
Yeah. He might have been in a situation where someone called him out his name, said something, and got in a fight with the coach or whatnot. I don't know, but I just know when he was like, you're no longer on the team, I'm like, wait a second, like, you didn't even talk to the guy yet? You haven't even, what happened to, we're a family, we're a team, we're a family, and all that type of stuff. Like, you're supposed to kind of go and reach out to the player and at least talk with him. But then I did see him at the New Jersey Nets game the next night, chilling front row.
Yeah.
How do you get front row tickets the next day like that? Aren't those things sold out? He was there the next day, front and center. So that was funny.
That's funny.
That was funny. But shout out to him. I hope.
I respect him for doing his thing.
Right. I think. If he needs mental health help, I hope that he gets that. If it's something that's deeper going on the team, I hope everything gets revealed, because the way it was immediately, of course, it looked bad, and the NFL doesn't want any players walking out on their teams. The NFL is the same NFL that just was like, Kaepernick, since you want to do what you want to do, we're not going to sign you anymore. So we know they don't like players stepping out and just doing their own thing.
Yeah.
Maybe as much as other leagues like the NBA. The NBA is a little bit more lenient with stuff. But the NFL, maybe it's because there's so many guys on the team or whatnot, and they're trying to control everybody. But shout out to Antonio Brown. I hope he gets the help he needs. I hope that whole situation gets smoothed out. And the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they got some questions to answer.
They do.
They got some questions to answer. You over here releasing people from the team before you even
talk to them.
Yeah. Like, man, I've walked out of jobs before a couple of times in Seattle. I remember there was, I was doing construction work, and it's all of these men working construction, and the manager, he only would come out, maybe like at noon and at the end of the day and just make sure everybody was doing their thing. And he was like, he came out there one time, and we were carrying all these big glass doors to one location, and I guess we put it in the wrong location. He came out yelling and cursing at everybody, and at first I didn't know he was talking to us. I was like, what? Why is he so mad? What's wrong with him? And they're like, he mad because we put the doors in the wrong place. I was like, he's talking to us? That was my last day on the job. They're working for them. I never went back because that was it for me. I'm like, hey, I need to get out of this situation. I'm walking around the construction site with a hammer in my hand, and he's yelling at me and cursing at me. So that's a bad situation. So when I first saw Antonio Brown walk out, I said, hey, there's probably more to the situation that we don't know. And a lot of people want to walk out. A lot of you want to walk out of your jobs, and you might not have the ability to do what Antonio Brown did. So that's one thing, man. But on to other sports news, what's happening in the NBA? What's happening with
How you feel about Kyrie coming back?
Oh, Kyrie, man, I'm happy that he's back. I am happy that he's back. I saw him play yesterday night, and man, he came back looking nice. I said, that's beautiful.
It was good. He was really, really good.
You see, Kevin Durant was pretty happy too.
Everyone was happy, man.
Everyone was
Every
like,
Nets
man.
I'm gonna start seeing a lot more Nets jerseys out now.
Man, we need to get a Kyrie Irving jersey up here.
Yeah, we should.
We should get a Kyrie Irving jersey up here. Shout out to Kyrie Irving. And it was funny watching him play because it was a little weird, like seeing him out there
He hasn't
because
been out there in a while. And
he hasn't been out there.
Making people look bad.
You could tell he was trying to get back in comfortable with the team. You know, the whole team's been playing they've been in rhythm, and he was like, he still went out there, dropped 22 on, I think it was 9 of 17 shooting, so over 50%. Still dropped 22, more than what most of the NBA does. I said, that's cold. That's cold. You know what's crazy? Is they're talking like, how is Kyrie Irving going to fit back in with the Nets? I'm like, before the season when he wasn't going to play,
y'all
they're
talking
like,
about if he came back.
They were like, if he comes back, there's no way that, unless he comes back, there's no way they're making it to the finals. And now they're like, how is he going to fit in? That's going to affect the team negatively. They just talking mess about my man Kyrie, huh?
Yeah.
Man, that's some crazy stuff there. What do you think? You picked the Brooklyn Nets, right?
Yeah.
So you pretty cool with Brooklyn Nets
yeah.
now, huh?
They're still gonna win.
Man, so right now he's just playing for the road games.
And away games.
Okay, so that's just right now. We'll see how it develops.
Yeah.
But that would be cold if he just plays the road games and they still go all the way. Like, and you know, they don't have them for the home court games, then they have them for the road games.
The Nets should do is try to get like a lower seed, you know, so like when they enter in the playoffs, they're most likely gonna play Milwaukee.
Okay.
And so like, if that goes to a 7-game series, they'll have Kyrie.
Okay.
The series.
Okay. Yeah. I see what you're saying. Yeah. Man. Yeah.
Who knows, he could get vaccinated. Who knows?
Well, he hasn't yet, so we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see, but I'm proud that he's able to play, you know, that he was able to get back on the court. That's a blessing for the whole NBA, you know. We like watching him play.
Yeah.
You know, and it seems like all the guys who did take vaccines, they are still in protocols, man. I just heard that Rudy Gobert is in protocols again. I'm like, man, like all these guys who they were like, you have to take this shot, they're still in the same situation that Kyrie was in. So it's kind of crazy, but
Kyrie definitely proved his point.
Definitely.
Yeah, vaccine doesn't help with nothing.
Definitely, yeah. But he stood on his principles, and I think it's important to have athletes
more players like that.
More players who are going to stand on their principles and beliefs, and I think that's kind of scary for a lot of these sports leagues because it's like, you know, these are big multi-million-dollar companies with investors, and they're just thinking about the money. And you have players who are thinking about a lot more than just money. They're thinking about their health. They're thinking about family. They're thinking about their community they come from. So it's a whole different situation. And you have kind of a clash of two different worlds, you know, and they're trying to work it out. But shout out to Kyrie Irving. That's exciting for the Brooklyn Nets, man. You mentioned Milwaukee. Milwaukee, man, let me say something. Giannis is looking like a monster out there every time I watch him play. I saw him maybe 3 or 4 games in a row run down the court or just back down and bump somebody out the way and dunk on him. I'm talking about like 3 or 4 games in a row. Crazy stuff. So Giannis is
interesting, man.
Giannis is doing well. Talk to me about.
What do you think about his shooting though?
His shooting's been a little better. Go to the top of the 3-point line and hit that little 3. If he can just do that maybe 2 or 3 times
out there, man.
Then you got to guard him from out there. If you get too close, he's 2 steps from the basket from the 3-point line.
Yeah.
That's what's crazy about Giannis. Then don't let him get a full court head of steam.
Yeah, you can't do that.
You can't do that, man. So he's just looking real confident. It's tough. I think it's going to be tough for anybody to really stop him, even if it's the Brooklyn Nets, because he plays like a big man, and he, you know, like he's strong. So yeah, that's gonna be interesting, man.
You have to remember now, when they played last series, Kyrie was hurt. They were winning the game.
You're right. Kyrie was
hurt. They were
hurt.
winning the game. Then Kyrie got hurt, and they ended up losing the series.
Wow. And they only lost by like a shot.
They lost by like an inch.
Like an inch. Yeah, the game would have been over.
Kevin Durant's foot on the line.
That's crazy. So yeah, I think we both had Brooklyn and Milwaukee in the Eastern Conference Finals. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm definitely looking forward to that. How's the Sacramento Kings doing, man?
We could do better, man.
Are we in the play-ins right now? Are we in the play-ins?
Yeah, we're getting there. We just lost to the Hawks last night, so
okay.
think we play again tomorrow, so we should be fine.
Okay.
You know,
Last time I checked, I think they were at number
we were number 10 last time.
number 10. So that was at the play-ins. But right behind them was San Antonio and Portland. Do you think one of those two teams will catch them?
Portland might.
You think Portland might be able to turn it
They
around?
might be able to turn around like
Okay.
the next month or so.
Okay.
I'm
Wow.
not sure about San Antonio though. They're gonna need to get better.
San Antonio, man, they got
Good coaching, you know.
they have good coaching. It doesn't seem like they have any stars right now.
Yeah, they don't.
They don't have anybody who's
They lost DeMar.
They lost DeMar.
Yeah.
DeMar's going off in Chicago. Man, that's crazy. DeMar's going off. You see those
You
game
can see them-
winners?
Yeah.
Back-to-back games.
Right.
He did Kobe. I was like,
The
that's
one leg.
crazy. The one leg was crazy. But the next shot I thought was even crazier because he had to avoid two defenders at the same time and hang in the air. So, yeah, DeMar DeRozan's been going off. Sacramento Kings, I watched the game when they played the Lakers. That was real interesting.
The ending too.
The ending was interesting, They had, I guess, De'Aaron Fox was about to get the rebound. He didn't touch the basketball, and then he's like, look, like the clock started running. I didn't even touch it. So then the refs had to stop the game. But the refs were like, okay, well, since we had to stop the game and you didn't grab possession of the basketball, we can't give you the basketball. It has to be a jump ball. So then they were mad about that. But that's how the rules go,
Yeah.
You got to know the rule book. So, yeah, that is what it is, I hope the Sacramento Kings make the playoffs so we can go to a playoff game.
Yeah.
Because I don't
We
think
ain't
we're
been
going
in
to the
a minute.
Warriors. I don't think we're going to the Warriors playoff game unless we get some free tickets or something.
Yeah.
But
How the Lakers doing?
man, the Lakers, we are coming together. We are coming together. I'm not too happy that we lost Rondo. I kind of thought they should keep Rondo, but they felt like they probably had too many point guards. LeBron,
Yeah, too many
Westbrook,
guards, yeah.
Isaiah Thomas. You got a lot of guards, So, but the Lakers, they look better, and they don't even have Anthony Davis right now. But they look a little better.
Could be the weakness.
Sometimes with players like that, the whole team is trying to play around somebody, and maybe it's better for them not to play around him.
Yeah, just go out there and play.
Go out there and play, and let him play around you guys or fit in with you guys. So, I don't know. I don't, not hating on Anthony Davis. I just never saw. I thought he got a little overrated. I thought he was nice, but I
Once
just
he
feel
went to
like
the Lakers, yeah.
I feel like people were like, yeah, they were saying he was something he wasn't. Like, he's so dominant. I don't see dominance. I see great player, great athlete.
Yeah.
But when you talk about dominant, I
look
think
at
of
someone like Giannis.
You think of someone like Giannis.
Yeah.
I think of somebody like Shaq, because I grew up still watching Shaq. That's a dominant to me. Anthony Davis is nice. He's nice. You know what I'm saying? That's a little different to me. But I'm not hating. Anthony Davis. I'm not hating on you, man. Do your thing. But and what would be interesting is if the Lakers and the Kings play each other in the play-ins. That would be exciting to watch.
We'd win that.
You think Kings would get that? Oh, well, they didn't get it the other night. They didn't get it the other night, but it's all good. Yeah. It's all good. Any other sports talk? Anything else in the news that we need to cover? I'm trying to think. The football playoffs are coming up. The
Next
NFL
week,
playoffs.
yeah.
Wild card, right?
That, yeah.
Okay. Who right now are you watching? Who are you eyeing right now in the NFL?
Right now.
Like, what teams are you saying?
I'm eyeing the 49ers.
49ers, okay.
And the Cowboys.
The Cowboys? The 49ers and the Cowboys. Wow, you see them both doing pretty good in the playoffs?
My eyes on them.
Your eyes are on them. Yeah, you're watching them. Okay, I got you. You're watching them. How's Baltimore Ravens doing? Lamar Jackson, how he's doing?
They're doing all right.
They're doing all right. They'll be in the playoffs?
They should be.
They have to go through a wild card game?
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
Wild card game. Now, are the wild cards already set up? They already know who they're playing? Not yet?
No,
when will they know?
This week.
After this week? Okay. All right. So we'll have to get back on here and do an episode of talking about the NFL playoffs. I need to review a little bit more of the NFL playoffs because I normally start watching the NFL during the playoffs. That's when I start watching, and I can tell real quickly, okay, this team, they not going to make it. This team, they look like they want it. That's what I do with the NFL. NBA, I know throughout the whole season. But NFL, I'm like, okay, playoff time, let's go ahead and watch it. And I'm hoping that Lamar Jackson does his thing because he's a great quarterback.
I want him to go far.
I want him to go far, man. I really want him to go far. We already know Mahomes is doing his thing. We already know Mahomes is the $500 million man. So he doing his thing. But y'all, this is episode 6. We gonna get out of here. Just wanted to get on here for the New Year's. By the way, any New Year's resolutions you had this year? Any
New Year's resolutions?
New Year's thoughts?
No.
Any New Year's?
I don't really make them.
No, you don't really make resolutions.
No, I don't.
You say every day is a new day.
Every day's a new day.
What's the difference? Well, there you go. Every day is a new day. So even if you missed your New Year's resolution, you still have the next day. So
what about you?
New Year's resolution is going to be. I didn't have a New Year's resolution. Let me just say that I didn't have one. The goals for this year are to just be even more healthy. Really focus on health, exercise. The body and exercise and health of the mind. So that's going to be my New Year's goals. I don't know if I can say resolutions, but definitely the New Year's goals right there. And you know, we're gonna keep moving with it. So anything else, man? Let them know again where the Instagram is at.
You can find us at SNJ Sports Talk.
SNJ Sports Talk.
And be sure to like this video and
please like the video, thumbs up the video if you like the content, and go ahead and share the content, share the messages, post your messages, I should say, or comment, so that we know what you all want us to speak on as well. We know you all have a lot of topics and thoughts on things that are going on as well, and we want to make sure that we cover them. So we'd love to hear from y'all. Definitely comment below, hit the thumbs up button. It all helps with the algorithms.
You can shoot us a DM on Instagram.
Shoot us a DM on Instagram, man, and as well as just sharing the content. We appreciate y'all. Make sure you subscribe. SNJ Sports Talk Show, first episode of 2022. Peace, y'all.